I live in this apartment for 1 year and Luke pay all the bills. He's a really good man. He made me feel things I never feel. He have a bunch of money, so he spoils me.
Oh no.
I live like a queen.
Does this ever really go well? This show doesn't exactly have a great history when it comes to relationships like this. If you really want to have a shallow relationship based around material things, you better at least pick someone who's actually rich. It turns out that Luke is not a multimillionaire. He is, in fact, just a dude in a fur coat. Where have we seen this before? This is like a genre of person at this point. It's like, hey, I'm the most boring person in the world probably, but maybe if I dress all interesting, people won't notice. Anyway, it looks like things may be getting bad for Luke right as the season is starting. According to him, he has no money left because he spent all of it on his girlfriend, and now he's out of a job because he took too much time off of work to go visit her. And now she's probably gonna be all like, wait a minute, you don't have any money? You don't have a job? What a loser.
How bad is it? How bad's your financial situation?
I'll be honest with you, man, it's super bad.
Yeah, it's totally terrible, but also don't worry because I still have the fur coat, so nobody would know that I have a bad financial situation. Like I don't look like I do, right? You don't think that I look like I have a bad financial situation, right?
As I'm leaving this job, I'm pulling my 401k, all of it.
You liquidated it all.
Liquidated it. It's kind of my only option right now.
Okay, so that may have been his only option, but guess what he did with the money? He invested it in a sunglasses business that he's starting. So now he has to go tell his sugar baby girlfriend that not only did he lose his job, but the rest of his savings have been invested into a business that will probably not succeed.
Over the past year and a half, I've invested over $500,000 into startup businesses. I have invested in a jewelry company, and I'm trying to get a clothing line off the ground as well.
What the hell is he doing?
I have not turned a profit yet.
Oh man, don't worry, you'll get there. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're so close. 500K? What's another 500K? If you're losing this much money on this many different businesses and you haven't even turned any sort of profit, clearly something's not going right. You're not making the right decisions. Maybe slow down a little bit. This guy seems similar to George in the sense that he probably does make more money than the average person, but he wants to live a lifestyle that's just outside of his capability. Instead of just making smart financial decisions, he wants to act like a big shot and impress his girlfriend and support her crazy luxurious lifestyle until eventually and inevitably he can't anymore, and then he will have nothing left to give and she'll realize that and likely end up leaving. That's something you're absolutely risking when you don't build an actual love connection and instead everything is just completely superficial and conditional. Another thing that is at the very least a little bit weird is the fact that he is 30 years old and she is 19. I was going to say that there's a very clear gap in maturity because she is a lot younger and definitely very immature, but this guy, I don't know if he's really the greatest example of a mature person. So yeah, today we're just going to be talking about Luke and Luke's fiancé. What is her name? But first, before we get into everything, we're just going to have a quick word from today's sponsor, Raycon. I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of time listening to things, whether it's music, a podcast, or Angela screaming in my ear. And in the past, I've had trouble finding earbuds that are not only comfortable, but are comfortable for hours on end. Also, I'm one of those people that's really picky about how they fit into your ear because so many earbuds do not do this properly. But luckily, Raycon's everyday earbuds are super comfortable and you don't hear any external noise. I was also impressed with how well they stay in your ears. Like you could easily wear these on a run or to the gym and forget that they're even there. You can also adjust multiple different settings just from the earbuds. You can pause music, you can answer calls. Charging them is as simple as dropping them in this little nifty case right here and then plugging it in at the bottom. They also come with extra pairs of optimized gel tips in case the ones that come on it don't fit properly or if you lose a pair. Ultimately, if you're looking for high quality earbuds with great sound at an affordable cost, then Raycon is the way to go. If you are considering joining millions of other satisfied customers, you can click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/slice for 20% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Anyway, let's get back to Luke and the hole that he's dug for himself.
I've dug a hole.
Oh shit.
And I don't know if I can get out.
Madeleine, I'm paying for an apartment down there. I'm paying for her car, food, as well as all my expenses here.
Apparently someone didn't learn from the book of Gino, which I don't even know what Gino's secret is. The fact that they haven't run out of money is a miracle. Luke isn't just helping her out, he isn't just supporting her, she is entirely dependent on him. Oh, but it's okay though, because she started her own business with his money, and it just loses money every month.
Since meeting Madeleine, I have spent almost $100,000 sending money to her.
Those are rookie numbers, I'm not impressed.
Happy with the amount of money that I have sent, but I love her.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's like an actual addiction. Like maybe if I just send a little bit more, you know, just a little more. She'll love me if I just send her a little bit more. Until eventually he has nothing left and she's living with some other guy in the place that he paid for. I mean, come on, she's 19 years old. I doubt she's planning to settle down forever with this guy. All he's doing is just tossing money at her and she's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. I love you, dude.
Do you think it'd be the same type of relationship, the same love?
I like to think that she loves me for who I am.
You know, I've said this before, the crazy thing is, this is actually true. She does love him for who he is, and he is a person who will give her a lot of money without question. So once he stops doing that, she may not love him for who he is anymore, if that's not who he is anymore. So anyway, Luke is planning to go visit his girlfriend again soon in Colombia, and he has to break the news to her about his job. But another thing I forgot to mention is the fact that she thinks he's moving down there permanently, but he's just going to visit her. I don't know how they could possibly mess this up, and I don't even think this is the first time that this exact thing has happened on this show. Like, nobody communicates at all. So let's just skip the airport scene. You get it. They're happy. They're smiling. Blah, blah. Hey, whoa, take it easy. What are you doing? Oh, she's going in for another. Oh. Okay, so I think you already get the idea of what their relationship dynamic is. She acts like a child and he acts like a dumbass. And together they make the perfect inverted power couple. Remember Jibri and Miona? Neither does anybody else. So then these two decide, hey, now's the perfect time to do a top 10 most disturbing kiss of all time. If a kiss cam ever cut to them at a sporting event, they'd have to retire that whole concept.
I just landed in Colombia, and seeing Madeleine for the first time in 4 months is amazing.
Is it though?
She smells like wildflowers.
Baby, I'm so excited to show you my wedding. It's finished.
Oh, it's finished, all right.
I'm so proud of you, baby.
So Madeleine opened up a beauty salon with Luke's money, and you know, it looks all right, except there's just one problem.
But how do you spell beauty?
Oh, jeez. It's not the fact that they misspelled the word, it's the fact they couldn't do a simple Google search of how to spell the word before putting it into the beauty salon. So after losing his job and putting the rest of his money into a sunglasses investment, this guy comes down here to find his girlfriend wasting all his money on a misspelled beauty salon that loses money every month. I think it's possible that Nicole and Azin's imaginary store worked better than this.
Don't say that.
Okay.
You think I am stupid? I know exactly how I spell it. Beauti.
I like how she says don't say that, like it's just a little minor flaw he's pointing out. Like, you're not supposed to notice that. The whole thing is misspelled. It's the first thing you notice.
Opening a beauty salon is never, ever something I thought I would do.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't open a beauty salon. You opened a beauty salon.
I agreed to it because it's Maddie's dream.
Cool, you got business cards as well?
He said it himself. It's her dream. This is just her getting to live out her dream without actually having to take any of the risk or responsibility. I'm not saying that there aren't any 19-year-olds out there that are capable of starting their own business. That's obviously untrue, but it's pretty clear from the start that she is not one of them. If you're prioritizing living a luxurious lifestyle over making sure your business is profiting, then you're definitely not making good decisions.
The plan was to fund it until it was profitable.
It's like my office.
Your office?
Yeah.
You look like a boss.
So this is my desk, and this is where the customer comes up, and they'll be like, hey, I'll take one nail salon appointment, please. And I'll go, that'll be $5. And then they give me the credit card.
On a month-to-month basis, what's our all-in cost?
3 millions.
So that's about 750 American dollars, and they need about 60 to 90 clients a month in order to turn a profit. And it definitely sounds like that's not going to happen anytime soon, and since they're almost out of money, I feel like they're not going to be able to keep this going for very long.
Do you think in 3 months we will be profitable?
It really annoys me. You're asking all these things, and I am the one doing the work.
Hey man, I'm the one down here losing all your money, and you're asking me what's going on? How dare you? Have you ever considered that I don't like that part of it, and I just want to do the fun stuff? Like, I don't want to deal with money and numbers and blech.
The reason I'm asking all of these questions right now is because I don't have a job anymore, baby.
Would you like to apply to work here at the beauty salon? We're hiring. So to be honest, she did take this better than I expected, but it's still pretty clear that she doesn't have strong feelings for him. I honestly don't even really know what she thinks of him. This relationship does not feel like a relationship at all.
How long ago this happened?
Last month.
So you lied to me for 1 month.
Sí, amor.
Now, of course, she's not wrong to be concerned about this, and she's not wrong to be upset with him for lying about it. But the fact is, they're both making really poor decisions, and this kind of thing is just inevitable after a certain point. He spent all of his money on her and all of his time on her, so he lost his job so he could no longer spend his money on her. And now they're sitting here with nothing in a failed beauty salon. But he's got the fur coat though. At least he's got the fur coat. What is that, muskrat? So anyway, she actually ends up being kind of understanding about it, and they end things on a good note here. They're like, we need to work as a team, and that way we can get through anything. But then 5 minutes later, Luke is like, oh yeah, babe, by the way, I sunk the rest of our savings into a sunglasses business. Now hear me out. I know I've had literally no success with any of my business ventures so far, and I've lost $500,000, but I also like sunglasses. That could be a cool idea, you know, sunglasses that you wear when it's sunny outside.
I got glasses made. The prototypes came in, and I have a pair for you too. Right before I flew, I just paid just under 11 grand to get 300 made.
How do you pay for these glasses?
My 401k.
Dude, you have a history of being terrible at investing, and you have $11,000, and you decide to just invest all of it on sunglasses. And it's crazy because he is so confident about this, and he doesn't really have a game plan other than, hey, sunglasses. And they don't really look like they fit properly on his head.
We'll get glasses in 3 months.
I told you, I support the glasses. My problem is not the glasses. I'm so happy for the glasses. I love it, the glasses. It's not the glasses, it's your actions.
She really does have a point here, and she even acknowledges that she is supportive of what he wants to do, and she's supportive of his business ventures, but the fact that he didn't tell her is the problem. It sounds like neither of them really make decisions as a couple like they should.
You want your glasses?
No. You think it's funny?
Sorry.
Do you think it's funny? What the is funny?
He's having a really good time for a dude who might be about to lose everything.
The more I know about Luke's financial situation, the more I feel scared we both gonna to be homeless. And I can't let him take me down with him.
Alright, so that's the story of Luke and Madeline up to this point. There's been 4 episodes of this season so far. Do you guys think that she's gonna stick with him, or do you think she's gonna leave him once things get really bad? It's weird because at first it seems like he was taking things seriously when he's asking her questions in the salon, and then he whips out his sunglasses and starts giggling about the fact that he spent $10,000 on them, and you're like, alright, what is going on? Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thanks again to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Before I go, I just want to say that I really appreciate all the kind and supportive comments that I've gotten from you guys over the years. It means a lot to me. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.
He made me feel things I never feel. Luke is very empathic, generous. He have a bunch of money, so he spoils me.